see that with big sand. It's hand over. All of that. Okay. So it's a typical price.
Yeah.
So the land was owned by the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
So at that time HAJ purchased the property from the Catholic Church, and they all got the land. Dr. Ferguson at that time negotiated with HAJ for the land, and I think the average price was up $50,000 per lot. So it was negotiated by the Catholic Church. Forget the name of the Archbishop. So everybody, all 50 lot holders, have in possession their title. 50 titles.
Okay. Wow.
All handed over by the Catholic Church. Dr. Ferguson spent some money to assist them with the road improvement.
Okay.
So it is relatively...
So this was a fairly simple one.
Very simple.
You didn't need a whole lot of infrastructure.
No.
They had water.
They had water.
Okay.
I think what happened though, there are some problems. I think 3 persons is yet to receive their title because of some service.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what they were telling me.
There were challenges with those 3 lots because the survey peg would have fallen into the lot for right in the middle of somebody's house.
Oh, there.
So there were some little issues to sort that out.
Yeah.
But all 50 persons are in possession of lots.
Right.
And they're taxed by the Catholic Church, who the HAJ would have purchased it from. So it is settled, except those 3 cases.
So they may have to work out different configuration of the boundaries and get the parish council to sign off on that.
Now we are depending on the road because when the rain falls, the whole of our land flooding out with the water on the road. So we need the road. Because when we go out, there's no taxi want to carry us down. We have to stop on the street. So we need the road, most of all, road.
The main road will come down on the scheme.
The main road will come on the scheme, and that is right
now we have another issue.
We
have another issue, Bridget. Right now, some of the people then get the title and things for the land. And some people can't get for them all now. So we don't know what to do about it. So we want the minister to come. That's we can rectify it to make we know what to go on. Everybody want to have them things in there. All right, sir.
I'm if you look at the post them, no light on the post them. We want the JPS to come in and put in some light. Don't get dark at night time. If you walk on the road, the people have broke their foot because the road bad. So we need to get some light on the road, straight right up to the ball ground.
No, they can't stay there for so long. Not that thing I got so.
We want the road and light up on the road. That's what I try to tell them. You can build that if they want.
Oh, I'm sure they there. And that one. They're walking right down the path. Want to talk about the one.
So we go kind of railroad the thing for coming.
Some are supposed to be concerned there now, so we can't just up here.
The amount of water that's in the yard.
When we're on a road.
So they don't have proper roads in this city.
Light and light, no, they can't post them. No light, no, they can't post them neither. All the way. If the road bad, you have to your foot on it.
And so it's the continuation of the process. So it's back to where you see it here, but this one have to do and then the time. So the important thing,
ensure that.
leader of the opposition,
Ensure that.
is that I know you are doing a fact-finding, your mission is a fact-finding mission to make representation on behalf of you. That's what I carry.
Yeah.
And that's why I didn't want him to stay down there and don't at least see this. And this is so I see I can make representation. So it's not like if he had gone from here, he wouldn't see this. I know the condition of the road. Most of the houses, but all of this go down.
So this road goes all the way down,
All the way
down to the bottom.
Yeah.
Almost the way
Where we were.
Doctor, we have our next problem. It's like some people get title. And some people don't get no title and no. And we done people the land long time. Three. Yeah. And number one. That house is number one.
Yeah.
All the way down to number 4.
But there's some issue with the surveying of those 3, right?
Yeah, he's aware of that.
Yeah.
He was blocked.
Yeah.
Let me just quickly tell you something.
Yeah.
When they got this project, where Cardinal begs for it, I recommend it to be on the HA board.
But the land survey the other
And
day.
we were able to negotiate that no matter what balance, if anybody needed, all they had to pay was 25,000. When it was down at the final, $50,000. And that is like 400 lots. 140. Right. So, you know, it's the issues right now, as you will see, the water is a big issue. The light is a big issue in terms of thing there. And in terms, the road better, road and light. And the persons who would not have picked up their title, because their title would have been in relation to, is not inability in the sense of saying, because 25,000 things. The real issue was that there was some technical issue, I am told, with one or two. So somebody came and did a survey recently.
Yeah.
They did survey of the persons who didn't get locked. Tell me now what we're trying to...
them get lot.
They didn't get the title.
They had a land over there, sir. Said this land infringed on them.
Oh, there is
Meanwhile, it's them infringed over upon this land.
Oh, so they're trying to correct that.
So they try to correct it, so they run the severe all the way.
Right. Well, that is a matter now where it counts.
Yeah. But I was told there were 3 lots that didn't get titles in the scheme because of an issue with...
4 lots.
But I was told 3.
5.
41. Yes. What was your problem? What was it? Never pick it up because of payment?
Oh man, payment, everything they go through that. Because now they said the 25,000.
Yes.
Everybody deal with them thing.
Yes.
And I said,
all right, well that's a matter that the leader and his team can pick up on in terms of investigating and so on. And that's why we really make sure.
Have you heard what is holding up your title?
well, I got down there last week before last week, and them say down process are here. So they take the number.
So it's not there's no problem. It's just
just
time.
process. Yeah.
But I hear that there were 3 that had an issue with the actual survey because the way the survey was done and versus what was actually built, like one of the pegs would have been in the middle of somebody's house. So that's for resurvey those.
They take off a picture.
No, not the peg, no nobody.
That was
So this man have it as 3, but it's 5.
5 lots. Don't get it.
All right.
So there's no issue. There's no problem with the survey.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Sharon, and we are living in the scheme St. Thomas, Dumfries, in Morant Bay. We have issues on the road. The road, when the water fall heavily, enough of the houses are flooded out because of the heaviness of the water that coming down on the road. And we need road right now. We need the road. Anything else we want, we need the road, because we can't come out of our house because of the road and the water that coming down. So we need assistance like now. Issues again. We have when we walking in the night, there's no light on the road. Same way, we are stumbling and we can't even, find our way up and down because of the light. So we have several issues. The road is first, the light second.
We want in the community right now more development for the youth them and for the elder. We want better road in our community, and we want to see more development from the government that the people can survive. Because there is no survival in a St. Thomas, like St. Thomas, the back of time. They don't care about St. Thomas people. From them come and then get them vote and then reach them where they want to reach, then done with the people. Then I remember about the people. And the people put them where them there. So right about now, where David has said, where Slay Goliath, we want better improvement in the parish, not only with community. Because look down upon the main road, a 4 year it have make now, and we don't have no road. When rain, we can't go there, go take taxi. When time dry, I just a kill way. So me want to know where I go on. If another revolution they want, it will go worse than Paul Bogle time. Because now the people can't get firearms and a machete again. So them fi make sure do what them have to do for the people. Because if the war bust from the east, it's not pretty. Tell them that.
Yeah, my name Lana. I live right down there up on the bad road, up at Dumfries. And when the rain fall, the whole light wash through me house, you know, go down. And through me yard, the whole light like a riverbed. Me have one big car pick by me from me, I take it out, dash it because I saw some more than water. Me can't have no peace when rain fall, me I feel afraid. And when my son have to buy 2 pieces of ply to change the whole one and with the water wash out and rotten out. You know, see it? Me tired of it. Me tired of it. A pure water me live in a water bed when rain fall, me afraid. Yeah.
President of the People's National Party and leader of the opposition, I have an interest in the issue of land tenure and ownership in Jamaica as it relates to the dignity of our people and the housing solutions that our people need. As you know, the most, I would say, ambitious and creative attempt to tackle that issue in the last decades was Operation Pride. It had its problems from a governance perspective, but the concept was sound. And I've been visiting the various Operation Pride schemes across Jamaica. This is my third day doing this. I did it yesterday in East Kingston and East Rural St. Andrew, and today I'm in Western East St. Thomas. In December, early December, I visited the schemes in the corporate area. I want to see the state of the schemes, where they've reached, what the issues are, what needs to happen to complete the infrastructure that we had committed to, and to resolve the titling issues that may exist. There are different problems in different schemes. Some have their titles already and may just need a road or something like that. Others have some issues with titling. And I want to ensure that when we're next in government, we finish those schemes if they're not already finished, and that the people get their titles. And I also want to ensure that the basic concept of state encouraging communities in informal settlements to organize, and the state getting behind that organization to provide infrastructure, providing services related to titling so people can own their homes and can use the ownership to improve their lives, make themselves wealthier, and make their communities better. That's a centerpiece to what we'll be doing in terms of land and housing reform. The concept of pride is sound. The mechanisms of governance need to be robust to ensure that the resources, public resources that are made available for the purpose of building these communities are used for the purposes for which those resources are meant to be used and not for any other purpose. But overall, we can't have a situation where we're kicking people off land, knocking down their houses, and that kind of thing, where they have nowhere else to go. That is an uncaring government, and that is a recipe for social chaos and for a society which is not cohesive, which is more unequal rather than a more equal society, a better society where everybody feels like they're a true Jamaican who belongs here. And that is what I want to try and build when we are entrusted with government by the people.
You mentioned about when you are back into government, but until then, what will these people do?
We've been encouraging them to revive their organizations, the industrial and provident societies that were set up at the time when the scheme started, so that they can advocate collectively through an executive that they appoint with persons who they feel confident in, and we will be providing support to those initiatives while we're in opposition. I have with me Paul Buchanan, who's very experienced in this area, as one of the architects of Operation Pride, and we have other persons who have a strong interest in this issue to provide support. So until we are actually in government, we will be advocating and making representations, providing technical support for the executives in each of the schemes that seek our support.
Okay, but in the future, though, what I've found so far, most of these operation require program, not proper infrastructure. Can we say, as we move forward, to ensure that these things are in place?
I think it's necessary to complete what those that don't have the fullness. Most of them have water and light. Some of them they didn't get the roads or they only got some of the roads. And you know, a lot of time has passed since those schemes were initiated, and successive governments have failed, I think, in the duty to complete the process and ensure that the schemes are properly serviced with infrastructure and the people have their titles. And going forward, we will have to ensure that we budget appropriately so that once we start, we know we can finish whatever it is we plan to do.
So which are the schemes in St. Thomas that you are focusing on today?
Well, we visited West Albion, we visited Friendship Pen, we visited Dumfries here, and we're going to Donaldson, which is quite a way away, I'm told. So I hope we're able to get there before it's dark. All right, thank you very much.